What's up, wrestling fans? It's the Emerald Enthusiast, coming at you once again with another action figure review. This time I'm taking a look at the Mattel Elite Series 100 figure of Andre the Giant. Let's start with a look at the packaging. On the front, we get some artwork of Andre, and it says Andre the Giant. On the side of the packaging, we get some artwork of Andre. On the opposite side, it says Andre the Giant, and here is the authentic hologram. Product information on the bottom, a partial window on the top. And on the back of the package, we get yet another depiction of Andre the Giant. Here's a look at the other wrestlers who have figures in this wave. The back top features a brief biography of Andre. If you'd like to read this, go ahead and pause the video and do so now. The figure comes with 4 alternate hands, and I like his overall positioning and pose within the packaging. The figure also comes with this crucifix accessory that commemorates the crucifix that he ripped off of Hulk Hogan's neck in Piper's Pit. And now it's time to bust this figure out of the package and see what's inside. So let's have a look at the accessories here. And this is the cross that he took from Hulk Hogan. The chain part is pliable, so it's very easy to get into one of the gripping hands. Here are the pointing hands. These are obviously much larger than standard hands. Each one of these has a hinged peg, and that gives you greater posing options. And here are the fists. You can see these are very well sculpted. These properly reflect fingers that were the circumference of a silver dollar. And here we have the WWF World Title Belt in 1987. Now, in terms of accuracy, there is some paint missing on the side panels. And here's a reverse look at the belt. And due to the rights issue, I don't think that the WWF logo at the top is accurate either. I think it's pretty close, but I think it's actually a crown. And I even put it under magnification to try to get a better look, and I still couldn't quite tell. But with that being said, the sculpting on this belt is outstanding, and the paint applications are beautiful. And here we see the 8th wonder of the world out of the package and ready to crush the dreams of the Hulkamaniacs. I really like that Mattel gave us a figure from this particular program since it was such a huge part of wrestling history. So let's take a closer look at the loose details of this figure now. Let's have a look at the lower body now. And I really appreciate all of these wrinkles that are sculpted into the pants. These look really good. You can see the belt here underneath the jacket. I have to compliment Mattel on the accurate color choice for the pants. The quads and the calves are massive, and that's exactly how it should be. The lower body articulation is restricted in a couple of areas. With the ankle here, it only moves back and forth this much. There is a little bit of pivoting here, so I do appreciate that. He has the double jointed knees, and you can get his legs to go up this much. I doubt that you'd want to put Andre into a running pose, but you can do that if you wish. The figure has this quadriceps swivel, and that increases the posing options. The hip articulation is limited both due to the size of the figure and somewhat the jacket. You can only get him to kick forward that far, so I would have liked a little more there. You can get the legs to articulate out to the sides this much, and I don't think that's bad for an Andre figure. And the figure does step back considerably, so I am very thankful for that. Now we'll have a look at the torso, and I really appreciate the level of detail here. The color choice for the shirt is accurate. I guess you'd call this salmon. And you can actually see the little details here, like the buttons and the wrinkles that have been sculpted into the shirt. The jacket, you can actually feel the texturing here. And these wrinkles and folds are very accurate to the way that a sport coat looks. In terms of articulation, there is the waist pivot. You can see this demonstrated here, and this works well. You can get the figure to crunch forward that much, but getting him to rock back is a little bit of an issue, and I'm not sure if that is the size of the figure or that's the limitations of the sport coat, but either way, I still think that this is sufficient articulation for the torso. Now we'll have a look at the arms, and I really appreciate the fact that these have been sculpted in such a way that they look like material. However, there is this gap between the shoulders and the torso, and unfortunately, you can see the color of the shirt here. And I realize that was done for the sake of shoulder articulation, but nonetheless, it still doesn't look appealing. As far as articulation goes, he has movement at the wrists, and I will be changing out the alternate hands in just a minute. He's got the double jointed elbows, and that allows you to fold the arms that much. Both arms have a bicep swivel. You can raise the arms up this much from the sides. The shoulders do a 360, as you can see here. Here's a look at the full wingspan. And if you'd like to do the patented Andre the Giant choke, the articulation that is available will allow you to do that as well. Here's a look at the fists. And here is Andre with the alternate pointing hands. Here's a look at the head sculpt, and I am thoroughly impressed. I have seen a lot of bad Andre head sculpts over the years from a lot of different figure lines, but this one really hit the mark in many ways. I really like how the hair looks here. They didn't use a glossy paint, so it looks realistic. You can see that they captured the brow and the jawline. The way the nose looks, that's really good sculpting there. If you look closely, during the angle with Hogan, Andre often came out with a little bit of stubble, and Mattel captured that here. You see just a little bit underneath the chin, and I really appreciate that detail. Mattel was able to capture Andre's hairstyle in the year 1987 quite well. If you remember, at the end of 1984, when he was double-teamed by Stud and Patera, they cut off the long hair, and after that, Andre kept his hair much shorter than he did for the majority of his career. My only issue with the head sculpt is that he's looking to the side and up, and I feel like it would have been much more fitting to have the eyes looking down. In terms of articulation, the head moves side to side easily. You can get him to look up this much. He can look down. And there is a considerable amount of head tilting. So give Mattel credit for solid work in this area. I certainly hope you have enjoyed this review. If so, please like and subscribe. Also, please share this channel with a friend if they like product reviews from DC, Marvel, and of course, the world of professional wrestling. And I'll be back with more pro wrestling related content soon. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.